topic I chose is men and women in the workplace. So within this presentation, I will discuss gender differences and will explain discrimination that can occur in the workforce due to these gender differences. I did research on this topic and asked people of high position for their opinion. I asked about the differences between males and females, their opinions and thoughts on the roles they should obtain, and in-depth questions on equality in the workforce. I'll be sharing the information I found through multiple charts, data, and research on this topic. Starting off, as people, we expect each gender to obtain certain personality traits. Men and women within the workplace may be judged depending on what they believe their own roles should be and what other roles should be. So, starting off as well, within this research, I found out that there are many types of discrimination that can occur due to these differences. The two types mentioned are discrimination against women and discrimination against women of age. Women in the workforce have not been getting equal pay for quite some time now. They may have all the credentials, but they still may face discrimination, such as discrimination of middle-aged women and discrimination of women for being a gender. For example, if their manager is a man, they may feel as if they should not tell the woman what they can improve on or give harsh feedback because they feel as if the woman is too emotionally sensitive or just may take it too personally. With this, women do not get equal opportunities they have to improve themselves. Awareness of unequal pay has made companies accountable for gender discrimination and gender inequality, and this is something to be aware of if companies are considering using gender as an excuse to discriminate. Following the research, I asked people of high position within the workplace their opinions and thoughts about males and females within the workplace and about their equality. Within the research, all three people, Tom Levitt, Mark Peters, and Jim Levitt of Marcus Lumber, stated that they found out that people do agree women to be more emotionally intelligent. They agreed as well. They believe that women are better caretakers and work a lot better when talking to people. They do the better creativity stuff and hands-on things when talking to people within the research. They believe men and women should have equal rights and agree that having a diverse workplace helps both men and women add to the business in order for it to strive. So next, I collected data on the opinions of males and females, and they had on their thoughts of whether men and women were treated equal. I collected this data by making a short survey asking a few questions about equality in the workforce. Have you ever experienced gender inequality? From this chart, 80% people said yes and 20% people said no. Half of that 80% was women, so women are experiencing inequality. Do men and women within your organization have equal opportunities? 69% said yes and 31% said no. 69% said they do have equal opportunities, so that is a pretty good percentage. I asked the participants if they felt like this, and only 15 participants said no out of the 50, so that is good. The last chart, do you believe jobs suit better than women? 30 said yes and 20 said no. From this, we can conclude from the research and people who we asked, they both said that men have more jobs that suit men than they suit women. They both have certain jobs that could help, but either or, both are suitable for either job. At the recent Global Globes Awards, the movements have allowed more equality within the workforce. This concludes that maybe these types of movements can be affected. And this chart shows that this has improved within the workforce. Equality has improved. So, in conclusion, it is important to understand these differences of both genders and to use the strengths and weaknesses they may obtain to avoid any type of gender discrimination. As people, we should take advantage of these capabilities and advantage of each gender's roles to create a strong, diverse workforce.